15 strange things that only exist in Russia. Ever wondered why Russia is the only country in the world to span 11 time zones? Well, let's dive into the reasons behind Russia's vast geography, which is as fascinating as it is complex. Russia, with its strategic position and vast expanse, is a geographical marvel. It's the largest country in the world, covering over 1/8 of Earth's inhabited land area. To put this into perspective, it's almost twice the size of the United States and larger than Pluto. Imagine that. Now, this grand size wasn't achieved overnight. It's the result of centuries of territorial expansion. Back in the days of Peter the Great, Russia was mainly confined to Europe. But as the centuries rolled on, Russia expanded eastward, eventually reaching the Pacific Ocean. This historical expansion is why Russia stretches from the Baltic Sea to the Bering Strait, covering a whopping 11 time zones. But this vastness isn't just about size. It also brings unique challenges and benefits. On the downside, governing such a large area is no small feat. Imagine trying to manage a country where when it's breakfast time in one region, it's bedtime in another. But on the upside, Russia's size gives it access to a wide range of natural resources, from the oil fields of Siberia to the fertile farmlands of the West. And let's not forget about the sheer diversity of its geography. From the icy tundras of Siberia to the warm beaches of Sochi, from the thick forests of the taiga to the vast plains of the steppes, Russia is a land of contrasts. It's a place where you can experience the midnight sun in the summer and polar nights in the winter. So, next time you're scheduling a call with a friend in Russia, remember, timing could be a bit tricky. But isn't it just fascinating to think about the incredible geographical diversity and scale of this country? It's not just a place on the map. It's a testament to human resilience and adaptability. And that, my friends, is the curious geography of Russia. Did you know, in Russia, smiling at strangers might get you puzzled looks? Let's dive into this intriguing aspect of Russian culture. Unlike in many Western societies, where smiling is often a default facial expression, in Russia, a smile has a different cultural significance. It's not typically used as a social lubricant or a casual greeting. This isn't about being unfriendly or cold. Rather, it's deeply rooted in Russian social norms and history. For Russians, a smile is a genuine, personal expression reserved for moments of real happiness and for people they know well. It's a sign of sincere emotions, not just a polite gesture. Historically, there's an old Russian proverb that says, "Laughter without reason is a sign of foolishness." This reflects the value placed on authenticity and sincerity in Russian society. So next time you're navigating the vast landscapes and bustling cities of Russia, remember, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Or in this case, when in Russia, save those smiles for genuine moments of joy. Ever heard of a soup that's served as a drink in Russia? Yes, you heard right. Russian cuisine is a fascinating blend of tradition, creativity, and outright quirkiness that never fails to surprise. Let's delve into the world of Russian food, starting with kvass, a traditional fermented beverage made from rye bread. It's a unique concoction with a distinct taste, somewhere between beer and bread. Historically, kvass was a staple drink in Russian homes, quenching thirst during the hot summers and providing nourishment during the long winters. It can also transform into a refreshing soup, known as okroshka, when mixed with various chopped vegetables, boiled potatoes, and eggs. Imagine slurping down a cold, tangy, fizzy soup on a sweltering summer day. Intriguing, isn't it? But the curiosities of Russian cuisine don't stop there. Have you ever tried a pie filled with fish? Well, in Russia, it's a classic. Meet kalibyak, a traditional Russian pie with layers of fish, rice, hard-boiled eggs, mushrooms, and dill, all encased in a soft, flaky pastry. It's a meal in itself, a symphony of flavors that sings on your palate. And let's not forget the salo, cured strips of fatback adorned with garlic and served with rye bread. It might sound bizarre, but the Russians swear by it. The fat melts in your mouth, leaving a rich, savory taste that pairs perfectly with a shot of vodka. Then there's the herring, under a fur coat, a vibrant layered salad with herring, boiled vegetables, and mayonnaise. It's a staple at New Year's celebrations, a colorful and hearty dish that symbolizes the richness and variety of Russian cuisine. Russian cuisine is a testament to the country's vast landscapes, diverse cultures, and resilient spirit. It's a culinary journey that takes you from the humblest home kitchens to the most elaborate banquets, with each bite revealing a new surprise, a new flavor, a new story. So, when in Russia, don't forget to try their unique culinary delights. After all, the best way to understand a culture is through its food. And in Russia, there's no shortage of delicious discoveries waiting for you. Can you imagine a place where birthdays don't exist? Well, let's take a trip to the unique city of Norilsk. Nestled in the Siberian Arctic, this city is known for its severe weather conditions. The mercury dips so low that it can freeze your birthday cake before you can even blow out the candles. Now here's the twist. Due to these harsh conditions, official birth records in Norilsk only list one of 3 birth dates each year. That's right. Regardless of when you're actually born, your official birthday could either be the 1st of April, July, or October. It's like having a citywide birthday bash 3 times a year. Imagine the camaraderie, the collective cheer, and the shared joy. Everyone celebrating their birth together under the cold Siberian sky. It's a unique tradition born out of necessity, but one that brings the city closer together. So, if you're born in Norilsk, you might have to share your birthday party with a few others. Did you know Russia is home to more than 2 million lakes? Yes, you heard it right. 2 million. It's a veritable land of lakes, each one as unique and splendid as the last. From the vast expanses of water that stretch as far as the eye can see, to the small, hidden gems tucked away in the wilderness, Russia's lakes are a testament to the country's natural beauty and diversity. Now, let's talk about a lake that's a real showstopper. Nestled in the Siberian region, Lake Baikal is not just any lake. It's the deepest and oldest freshwater lake on the planet. With a depth of over 1 mile, it's so deep that it holds nearly 20% of the world's unfrozen fresh water. That's more than all the Great Lakes of North America combined. And it's not just deep, it's also incredibly old. We're talking about 25 million years old. That's quite a lot of birthdays, wouldn't you say? But the magic of Lake Baikal doesn't stop at its impressive stats. Its crystal clear waters offer breathtaking views of the underwater world, while its shores are home to a diverse range of wildlife. From the Nerpa seals, the only freshwater seals in the world, to the unique Baikal Omul fish, the lake is a living, breathing testament to the power and wonder of nature. And it's not just Lake Baikal. Russia is dotted with countless other lakes, each with its own unique charm. There's Lake Onega, famed for its ancient petroglyphs, Lake Ladoga, the largest in Europe, and the pristine lakes of the Kamchatka Peninsula, just to name a few. Whether you're a nature enthusiast, a keen photographer, or simply someone who appreciates the tranquility of a beautiful lake, Russia's lakes offer an unparalleled experience. They're not just bodies of water, they're windows into the country's soul, offering glimpses into its rich history, diverse ecosystems, and breathtaking landscapes. So, if you're a fan of nature, Russia's lakes are a sight you can't afford to miss. Ever visited a museum dedicated to cats? Well, Russia has one. Yes, you heard it right. A cat museum, where feline friends take center stage. Located in St. Petersburg, this museum is a paradise for cat lovers, with over 1,000 cat-related exhibits from all around the world. Moving on, imagine stepping back in time and playing old-school arcade games from the Soviet era. That's exactly what you can do at the Museum of Soviet Arcade Machines in Moscow and St. Petersburg. This museum houses a collection of over 50 fully functional vintage machines, providing a nostalgic trip down memory lane. Now, let's go a bit more high-tech. The Museum of Cosmonautics in Moscow is a tribute to space exploration. It's not just about Russian space history, but also about the international contributions to space travel. From spacesuits to moon rovers, this museum is a galaxy of knowledge waiting to be explored. But wait, there's more. Ever seen a museum dedicated to instant noodles? Well, Russia has that too. The Museum of Instant Noodles, located in Moscow, tells the quirky history of this fast food staple. And if you're a fan of the supernatural, the Museum of Russian Vampires in Elabuga is your go-to place. Here, you can learn about vampire folklore and superstitions that have been part of Russian culture for centuries. And for those with a sweet tooth, the Chocolate Museum in Pokrov is a must-visit. This museum offers a delicious journey through the history of chocolate, from its origins to the modern day. There's even a chance to taste some of the sweet treats on display. So if you're in Russia, make sure to visit these quirky and unique museums for an experience you won't forget. From curious cats to vintage arcade machines, from the vastness of space to the simplicity of instant noodles, from blood-sucking vampires to delectable chocolates, Russia's unusual museums are a testament to the country's eclectic and diverse culture. So, when in Russia, don't just visit the usual tourist spots. Make your journey an adventure of discovery and exploration. After all, who knows what fascinating treasures you might uncover in these unconventional cultural havens. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content.